Hi guys, welcome to another video from yours truly. I am _ Rupert. Beautiful day, beautiful day, beautiful day, thank God. Guys, I just want to briefly speak on a topic that is current. I think it is of great interest and concern to a lot of folks on the YouTube street. Some days ago I did a video and I talked about YouTube as why I joined YouTube, what I was looking for, how I enjoyed it from the very inception, and until this point I'm still enjoying it. But things has changed significantly for the worst. And as I said, I never expected it to be like this, but somehow things has gotten to this point where a lot of people are having the same reaction, and which has drove them into a state of depression and all kind of illnesses that we could associate with just how YouTube is being done these days. I've talked to people, I've heard from people, and on the phone and all of that, and they tell me how they are feeling as to YouTube. I wouldn't say it's totally obliterated in terms of what people used to enjoy, how they used to look at YouTube and what they used to get from YouTube. Back in the days, persons would tell you that I go on YouTube and I'll be so blessed by the contents and what I derive. It is my company. Even through COVID period, that's when a lot of people started watching YouTube, and especially I'm going to be talking about our Jamaican content creators and reactors. And I want to kind of bring out a difference between content creation and reacting. Content creation is the original. That means somebody go out there, guys, and create contents out of basically nothing, and in order to do that, persons would spend their money, time, and their effort and their creativity and the way they articulate and their presentation have to make it so palatable that persons want to feed into, look at it, and to derive the results that they're looking for. That's content creation. Original stuff from day one. You created that. Nobody has ever done that before. You did that. So I said it takes a lot of innovation, creativity, energy, and discipline at the same time. But reaction is not content creation, as I tell you. Reaction is somebody using what someone has created to talk on it, to bring out a point, to analyze, to spin off on that. So it doesn't take that person the effort, the time, the money, and all that to do that, because that has already been made. So you just go on it and you pick a little point, 1 or 2 points, and you talk on it. But there are two sides to reaction. You have the reaction that give fair analysis, unbiased criticism, constructive criticism, and to highlight areas that you think, in your opinion, would be important, or probably you add to that which was created, and you bring another side to the story in a positive way. But then again, you have the reaction that look at what has been created, and in order to get views or something of the sort, you add things that are not correct, innuendos, insinuations, and create a divide, and that type of reaction is going to result in persons coming across with anger, and because they have an objective and motive, and they're riled up by the crowd, so they come across with anger. Their features change, their mood changes, they gesticulate, they do things because it's not positive. It's not anything to add in terms of positivity to that which has been created. It's rather to create views, to create divide, and to be out there. that's the reaction that, you know, will tell lies, bring across narratives that is not the norm and out of line with reality. So those are the things. So as a result, as you know, gossip sells and passa. Yep. So people are turned off from the regular content creation that back in days when YouTube was like, yeah, the thing, and I would sit and I would watch it for hours and all of that. Guys, I've said, people said to me that, you know, I am Rupert, I am turned off from YouTube because of the negativity, the cast, the throwing of words, the lies, the hypocrisy, the innuendos, and just hatred, and bring calm, and all of that. So as a result, you know, it has brought persons to that point where they're kind of stressed, frustrated, and even some people have high blood pressure based on that, because they were so consumed by YouTube over the years that is like a part of their existence. But later days, you know, like now, it has taken a turn, it's gone south, a turn for the worse, where content out there is no longer palatable, is no longer interesting, informative, and persons just derive from that illnesses and, you know, and depression, and make them sick. I've heard it, guys. I've heard it. People said that I'm sick. So what I'm doing, I'm pulling back. I'm not watching YouTube as I used to. I may just watch selective YouTubers, but I'm not like in the space like before. And they take breaks, 3-month break, and, you know, recalibrate and come back again, or they just don't click on some channels. And you know, because of what is coming out, you know, it's not nice. Guys, we can do better. You know, when I started YouTube, and I used to see this happening more so in Yabuhanse in Africa, Kenya, you know, with Marwa, David Jr. and Dimongo. People would come out, we call them lazy gang, and they bring about that narratives that is so degrading and you know, disparaging, and lies and hate and jealousy and envy and all of that. But it has reached our shore, beautiful Jamaica. And I've said, the last person I spoke to a couple of days ago was saying that, you know what, man, I just take a break from YouTube because I cannot watch what is on the platform, what is out there, you know, and it make me sick. That's what the person said. So they had to pull back for their own sanity, for their own mental wellness. They pull back, stop watching. So persons will find that, you know, persons with that has a more high IQ, a more analytical mind, persons that have certain standing of value and bring about that positiveness to watching YouTube, and, you know, want to enjoy it. Those persons are backing down. You know who's on it now? Persons who want to be a part of the whole bangarang thing, yeah, passa, and they'll find joy in making comments and doing this, doing that. But the real persons who, you know, through the COVID period where YouTube was their friend, YouTube got them through COVID. Some persons were in the hospital, YouTube got them through their illnesses and their stay in the hospital, like a company, you know, that they would really, you know, suck up to that and be in it. But that has been diminishing rapidly. Guys, we can do better. We can do better. Why not come with positive contents? Positive reaction. You know, because it just, you know, you said this, me said this, and it's like a back and forth with different statements that have been made over the period, and it's not. It just create animosity. Friendship has broken. It creates a divide in families, friends, and YouTubers against YouTubers, guys. And for real, I am not, you know, happy with what is out there in terms of all of that. You know, persons are sick and tired, and if you guys watch this space, you'll see that persons who usually take part in certain things that they're not even bothering again. They got turned off. People got turned off because of the contents that is coming out of Jamaica among YouTubers. People are turned up, people are sick, people are distressed, people have high blood pressure, they're tired. People are tired. Guys, we can do better. We can do better. People say gossip sell and negativity sell, which is true, and the algorithm and all of that. But what about your credibility? What about your mental status? What about you're satisfied that I have done something well that will stand up to the test of time and be sustainable over a long period of time, that years from now my children, my grandchildren, my nieces, my nephews, my aunts, and my family, my friends will be proud of me because the contents that I put out there. Those are things that are important. Sustainable content creation and reaction, but with fair analysis, balance analysis with equity and empathy, and just being truthful. And you have to criticize anyone. You do it so constructively, not to the point where you become disrespectful, and it doesn't pay. It doesn't pay, guys. It doesn't pay, because at the end of the day we need to have a clear conscience, and we must feel good with everyone. You know what I mean? Everybody not gonna like what you says, you know, what you said, what you bring across, but at least you do it with honesty, with truth, empathy, and if you're passionate about what you do, you come across with a great degree of respect for people. As I said, people, you know, at certain category of life, a certain standing in society, are turned off. And you know who persons who like to hear the banga banga, the bangarang and the shagabalaga, those are the persons who are getting in the groove. But persons with that look for qualitative stuff, they are turned off, they're sick, they're tired. I've heard it, guys, I've heard it. So we can change the narratives, we can change the behavior, we can change the climate, we can change the thing in this space, that YouTube once again will become a company, a friend, an advisor, a place you go for information, inspiration, and motivation. We can do it. All it takes is for us to analyze, recalibrate, reevaluate, come again. Let's look at how our channels are growing. If it's growing on negativity, it's not a good thing. You know what I mean? Let's remain positive, remain true to your feeling, what you're doing. Make sure you do it well, that it can stand the test of time. Yeah, persons come at you. Exercise love, care. Think of yourself. Would you like to be treated that way? Would you like that happen to you? Think on those things. Let YouTube once again be the place where persons can have fun rather than have stress, rather than have frustration, high blood pressure, and being so tired. Let it be a place of fun, a place to like the family get together. You know what I mean? A place for information, inspiration, and motivation, and education. We can do it. We all have the capabilities and the potential to do that, but we just have to just stop right with the noise. Don't follow the noise. The noise will only allow you to continue doing the wrong thing, yeah? Don't follow the noise. Watch the seal. Not the noise in the market, watch the seal. And whatever is going to make you successful over the long haul, that's what the things you look for. Longevity, sustainability, equity, truth, balance, views, and analysis. Take care until I see you in the next one. As I always say, guys, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. See you in the next one. Bye for now.